Welcome back to Dark Chronicle, and we're at the end of Chapter 5, taking pictures of everything in Chapter 5 of the game. So there's Pasnos in the centre of Gundrana Workshop, behind us is the gate, and here's a transmission device that we're going to be using to quickly get around this area. Because this is a very large area. So while we're here, we can take a picture of this elevator. Or at least I would like to take a picture of it. There we go. And then let's go up to the weapons store. There are 3 different stores in this time period. There's a post that's keeping up that level of the ground. And before we head in, we can take a picture of this hammer right here. So there's only 3 pictures to take while we're inside this weapons store. So over here, we have a show window. Down here we have a hammer again, and then there's a light over here. Then let's head back out. So there's another store along this level still. We just have to go back the way we came for that one. And then we'll take the elevator and go upstairs, and then we'll go take some more pictures while we're up there. We can take some pictures around Pasnos while we're down here, but it's easier to take them when we're upstairs, so we'll just wait until then. There's a sunshade. And it's not on that building, never mind, it's on a building upstairs that I was just thinking about taking a picture of. So here's the item store, or the tool store. And there's a few more pictures to take while we're in here. There's a patterned rug. If that person gets out of the way, there's a sign. There's some decorative lights. Above us is a light. Over there are some books. There's some sulphur coloured juice. And there's a bottle. And I believe that's everything. Let's just quickly double check. The patterned rug. Pretty sure I took a picture of that. Book, bottle, sulphur, decorative lights. Yep, that's everything. Now that we've taken those pictures, we'll go upstairs by taking this lift over here, and then we'll take some more pictures while we're up there. So you can take a picture of Pasnos from anywhere basically in this area, it just depends which angle you want to take. So over there is the next door, and again you can take pictures of the posts anywhere here. So while we're here, we can take a picture of the work arm, and also the crane up here. If we take a picture of the very tip of the crane, then it will work, that's the work crane, but you can't actually take a picture of any of the rest of it, so you do need to make sure you take a picture of the very tip of it. Then up here, there's a generator. And then let's head inside. So this is the spare parts store. Over here there's a drum can. And then behind us there's an electric sesame. And over here we can take a picture of the display robot, some decorative lights again. We can't take a picture of an actual light in here though. Just to make sure we got everything. Yep, that's everything in here. Now this guy right here will sell us things for the ride pod. The refrigerator, like all this stuff is with experience, like with Cedric. We can get a machine gun arm, which is always nice. Propeller legs, they're slower than the hover boots we have, but they're still fast. A better body if you don't have a better one yet, and now we can finally start getting ride pod fuel. We won't buy any of that yet because there is something else we want to get with the experience, we want to upgrade the core again. But now we can start to refuel at any point and we don't need Cedric anymore. And right here, the game now tells us about this one that needs a relaxation fountain, a firehouse and a candle. That's actually used to make the hover boots that we've been using throughout most of the game, this jet hover right here. And also with that electric sesame that we just took a picture of, that as well as the sun and the moon will be able to be used to create this sun and moon armor, which we're also currently using. So that's the best movement and the best armor of the game. But we can't actually get that movement yet. We still need to wait before we can take a picture of the relaxation fountain. We don't have that idea yet. So that's pictures of everything taken here. Time to go upstairs again. Because there's a few pictures we can take while we're upstairs. So we'll go and do those, and then we'll head on to Pasnos Bridge and take some pictures while we're there. So let's head to the 3rd floor. Now while we're up here, we can go and take a picture of some chimneys. You see that over there? That's a chimney. There are a few of these, so you can take pictures of whichever one you want. And unlike most of the chimneys in the game, this one can actually work from quite a distance. And there's a clock above the operations room. And then we can head inside the operations room and take some pictures while we're here. So there's a propeller. And over here, there's ventilation. There's also propellers on the bottom of the ventilation, but the game is really finicky about actually taking any of these. And there's a computer, and there's a chair. So you can take a picture of the propeller now, but we couldn't when we were like just barely a few meters away. This room isn't exactly too great for taking pictures. And up there are some lights. So now we can go to the Bridge of Pasnos and take the final few future pictures while we're there. Also, if we turn around here, we can actually have a look at the operations room above us, but there's no pictures we can take of that. So here's a teleporter pad, and this one will take us to the Bridge of Pasnos. So while we're here, we can turn around and take another picture of the transmission device. And up there, very small at the top, is the Pasnos pattern. Yet this huge pattern at the back of the room isn't anything. Seems a bit weird, but whatever game. Well, it is meant to be a door of sorts, I suppose. And while we're down here, we can take a picture of the chair and the computer again. And turn around and take a picture of the light source. I'm pretty sure that's everything from the Bridge of Pasnos. Yep, that's everything. So it's time for us to go back in time, in front of the time gate, and take a picture of some of the diorama stuff that we've done. So there are a lot of bonus items that you can get from this place. There were 4 different defense items for both Max and Monica, so there were 8 defense items in total. So that reduces 16 more damage from every single attack that goes to both Max and Monica, as well as 8 Fruit of Edens. And a Fruit of Eden gives you 8 HP each, so you can split them between Max and Monica however you like. So while we're here, we can take a picture of the mud. That's what we use to cover up the geysers, so there are no more geysers at the moment. We destroyed all of those by covering them in an earlier part. And there's the staircase, and over here is the generator. Now we did get a new type of chimney, the iron chimney, but at the same time, since we didn't use it, we'll just take a picture of a regular chimney, and that'll be good enough for counting it for this game. So there's a chimney, and there's both a power arm and the large crane that we put on all the different buildings. And there's a better look at both of them. And while we're here, we can take a picture of the mountain in the background, Mount Gundor, and check the time. It's currently near midnight. That's very good actually, because that means we can go and take a picture of the ghost from the hot springs. So again, this is what it looks like, the diorama stuff I did, and I just put down loads of trees and stuff in this nice little bench area here, because, you know, why not, I guess. So down here, we can go to the hot springs. And while we're down here, it's currently nearly midnight, so we'll just save it a few minutes. It's going to be midnight soon. So here, we can take a picture of that hot springs. The hot springs pond. And there, as you may have seen before, is the hot springs spirit. So again, that ghost is here between midnight and 4 AM, just like the previous two ghosts, the one in Palm Brinks on the lake, and the one hidden in that invisible wall path in Venetia Coast. Well, it was very nicely timed to get that one just as we came out. So now, let's head this way, take a picture of the gate, and then we'll head down to the stop. There's no station here, it's just a stop instead, because not many people really live over here, even though there's meant to be a village here. So while we're down here, we can go and take a picture as normal of the railway. And finally, just one more picture we can take here, which is the Blackstone 1. Now it's worth saying at this point that if you remember with the game, we're about to get hold of the Ixion, which is a time-travelling locomotive. As soon as we get that, the Blackstone 1 is going to no longer be present in the game. The Blackstone 1 disappears for all intents and purposes. So you don't have to actually... So if you haven't taken a picture of it yet, or this firehouse or the coal from inside, then that's going to be your final time to take it before the end of the game. The Blackstone 1 does return post-game, but that's after the credits have rolled and stuff, so that's actually after the game's finished. So do make sure you take a picture of Blackstone 1 now. The last time you have to take it is either now or when you go to Venetia Coast Station. Because as soon as you go to the future of Venetia and get hold of the Ixion, the Blackstone 1 is out for good. So now the only things that remain are to splice in the other pictures that we've been taking. So there are two enemies that are in the dungeon that we can take a picture of, so I'll splice both those in. And there's also what happens if you allow a straw or a wooden building to burn before you destroy the fire squall. That's also going to be a picture for the cinders, so I'll splice that in as well. And also there is the geysers that we covered up with this mud over here, so all of those are now gone as well. So that's another picture that's no longer available, but we already took it, so it's fine. And then there's just the pictures for the fire squall, the flying battleship, and the downed battleship, and the boss fights. So that's all that remains, so I'll go splice those in now, and then I'll be seeing you in the next part.